Alright, I want to do one final check of everything before we leave for so we can compare when we come back. So, cucumbers, that's what they're looking like right here. Looking real nice, sprouting up. They're about to reach the trellis, I think. Or they might by the time we get back. This is the serrano hot pepper. Things sprouted up nicely. Got some more leaves coming out the top right there. The miraculous red bell sweet pepper is still on its return. Looking good. Tomatoes in the middle there. Looking mighty fine. Got some new growth there. The ceilo's yellow. I think those are actually flowers probably. And our black beauty eggplant. Looks real nice. New leaf popping up the top there. Then we got, again, checking these once more before we leave. This is where our dwarf banana plant is at. The blueberry that looked deathly when we got it. Still not looking fantastic, but hopefully that looks much better when we get back. Soil's kind of dry. Transition. Here's the passion fruit. See how much farther that gets spread in a week. Our lychee, still going strong. Cleo, stop. This is also another mango tree right here. Haven't really been tracking it, but it's still doing its thing. Little Miss Figgy. Looking good. Got some new growth happening right up in there. Coming over here. Still think this is getting too much water. I don't know what's going on with these leaves. Which was, again, looked terrible when we got it. But now we got new growth right in there. That's new. This is also new right there. So that's gonna... Coming over here to Ghost Town. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have to rip those out too. These are still growing, but just not. I don't think they're gonna produce though. It's just growing so slowly. Basil since replanted. Raised bed here. Basil doing mighty fine. We'll get some basil out of that. We have Italian oregano. Doing pretty well. These chives are not looking great. I don't know if those are... And then below here we have some mint that she's working on. And that's that.
So we just got back from a week-long vacation, also known as the great gamble of will anything still be alive? Turns out the hex beds pulled through like champs. The banana's out here thriving too, like it's auditioning for a Chiquita commercial, but the blueberries, they didn't make it. They never really recovered from their traumatic shipping experience. Honestly, those things showed up looking like they'd seen some things. R.I.P. little blue dudes. Meanwhile, the passion fruit is still trying to take over the whole backyard. It's like that one friend who moves in temporarily and never leaves. Lychee's holding strong. Fig's got one that actually looks ripe enough to pick. Kiwi, though, that's done. Gone to the great compost heap in the sky. The other fig's bouncing back with new growth. Basil's acting like it owns the place. And my raised bed is still a crime scene. At least the mint's doing its thing, plotting world domination one leaf at a time.
So what grows, what needs like a trellis? So the cucumbers? Sir? The cucumbers?
I am focused on what I'm doing.
Okay. Must have been.
Alright, time to get back to work. First order of business, removing the security netting from the hex bed. You know, the one that was supposed to keep iguanas out, but mostly just trapped me or got in the way every time I watered. We're expanding this thing, which sounded simple when I said it out loud, but the moment I started cutting into that net, I realized this was going to be one of those why did I start this projects. Every zip tie fought for its life. I swear by the end of it, I was having flashbacks to unboxing Christmas toys as a kid, except now there's dirt, sweat, and way more swearing. Well, at least a little bit more swearing. Once the net was finally off, I moved on to cucumber management, which sounds fancy, but really it's just me trying to convince these plants to stop crawling everywhere. I used twist ties to train the vines onto the trellis. Very professional sounding, except I dropped the same roll of ties about 12 times, got one wrapped around my finger about 12 more. It was quite annoying. Every vine I tied up had another one immediately go rogue. It's like they're testing me. Oh, you want to go up? Cool, I'll just crawl straight over here instead. Honestly, I don't know if I'm training the cucumbers or if they're training me. Either way, we both ended up tangled, and I'm pretty sure they won. But hey, progress is progress, right? Next up, we're bringing out the big guns, T-posts. Each one going in at the corners of the hex bed, a few inches out to give the plants a little breathing room, you know, personal space and all that. I lined them up exactly where I wanted them, feeling all professional, like look at me, this is actually geometry happening right here. Then came the post driver, which if you've never used one, is basically a metal tube designed to make you question every life choice that led you to manual labor in 90-degree heat. I started smashing the post down like I was mad at the earth itself, dirt flying, sweat dripping, neighbors probably reconsidering living near me. Alright, time to class things up a little. I laid down some gravel around the hex bed, because nothing says serious gardener like pretending you know what you're doing with decorative rocks. It's basically the garden version of edging a haircut. Doesn't change how it functions, but man, it makes you feel like you've got your life together. Meanwhile, Kristen jumped in and added some PVC supports for the serrano peppers and the eggplant, because apparently those two can't stand on their own. She made it look effortless, like, oh, I'll just fix this real quick while I'm over here sweating through my shirt arguing with gravel. Teamwork makes the dream work, or at least keeps the plants from face planting. Next up, new security netting. Remember, my plants are so irresistible that every creature in Florida wants a bite. I started with one long piece and wrapped it around the T-posts to form the sides. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, that's what I thought too, until it started catching on literally everything except the posts. Every gust of wind turned this thing into a sail. I'm out here trying to secure it like I'm rigging a pirate ship, cursing under my breath and pretending this was all part of the plan. I finally got most of it up, but then came the top section. That's where Kristen had to step in because my patience had officially clocked out and left the chat. She came over like a calm, capable adult while I'm tangled in netting, looking like a rejected Spider-Man. 2 minutes later, it's perfect. Honestly, she might be the real MVP of this garden. I'm just the guy with the shovel and the questionable ideas. But hey, the hex bed's secure again, the plants are safe, and my sanity only partially melted.
The refurbished. I got it. The refurbished hex bed protection with a little added gravel aesthetic around it. It's our gravel moat. Yeah, everything in here is looking really good. Kristen did this. This is where we're gonna put all gravel. Turn it into a little seating area. Yeah. Right there. It's our serrano pepper plant. It's got those opened up flowers on it. Over there. So after the flowers, it's supposed to start fruiting in a couple, 2 to 3 weeks or so. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm telling you, the way that vining plants grow. This is a passionfruit vine. But just like, look at this. How it wraps itself, it just knows to grab on and grow where it needs to grow. Here's another spot here. Wrapping around the trellis. And here's another one where it's like starting to tube, but not quite yet. All the way around. The cucumbers. Stalking. We've got some serrano peppers poking out. Yeah, one right there. Another one's starting to poke out right up there. And I think we're gonna get quite a few more. Oh yeah. I can't wait. Black beauty eggplant flower that opened up. Hopefully we'll get some eggplants soon. Full. Hopefully that means we're gonna get some eggplants. These f***ing cucumbers here are going into when the weather is better. we can, well, not we can, I know we can, we got what we need, but we're gonna basically take this top off. We bought some chicken wire, so we're gonna connect chicken wire from one post to the other in an arch over the top to make this even higher, and then put netting on the side of that so it'll be even like more sturdy. And they've already started to flower right down here. Zoom in. Hopefully that means we're gonna be getting some cucumbers soon. We've already got our serrano peppers going. Look at all them peppers hanging in there.
Fast forward about a week and the cucumbers have gone full jungle mode. I swear these things are growing faster than I can think. Yes, we're doing another raise up, because apparently I don't value free time. Problem is, the vines had latched onto the netting in roughly 47 different places, like they were holding on for dear life. So now I'm out here performing delicate cucumber surgery, snipping tendrils like I'm defusing a bomb. Every time I freed one, I swear 2 more had wrapped themselves around something else. These plants are clingier than my spam folder. Once I finally got the top netting off, we started arching the new chicken wire roof over the T-posts. Sounds simple enough until you realize chicken wire has the structural integrity of a wet noodle and the personality of barbed wire. Then I had to get creative, rigged an upside down cone trellis onto the middle of the existing trellis setup for extra support, basically inventing a new structure category I'm calling frustration engineering. It looked like something NASA might have abandoned, but it held. I'll take it. To finish it off, we zip tied more netting on the sides to close up the gaps, because of course there were gaps. There are always gaps. Every zip tie felt like one more reason to never start another simple weekend project again. By the end, my back hurt, my soul hurt, but the cucumbers had a luxury suite, so who's really winning here? It's not me. I almost retired from gardening that day.
Had yet another raise up to do. Look, a little close here. Yep. I raise it up a little bit more because these dang cucumbers are growing like crazy. Starting to flower down here. Getting cucumbers soon, baby. But yeah, not too shabby if you ask me. Definitely got some pest problems going on here. Oh, there's a little bugs, and then also on the backside, all these little fucking black beetles. I don't know what they are, but we'll mixed up some neem max in this bottle right here. Just gotta spray this. Hopefully, get rid of all these little bugs. Well, I'm not too thrilled about how these cucumbers are doing now. I think they got some kind of disease. They got bugs all over them. They got, I don't know, all types of shit going wrong. I think it may have actually stemmed from the tomato. Could be completely wrong on that, I don't know, but I pulled this because it's doing like shit anyway. I also did a little manicuring of this mother. But yeah, this wasn't gonna produce anything, so I pulled it. Look at this massive fucking bastard right here. This thing is huge.
Don't go that way.
Look at how monstrous.
Go the other way.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna
Walk that way.
head off this fucking ancient beast. Look at this right here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bro, this thing is like a gator-sized iguana. Go. I don't know. Get out of here, bro. Go that way. Go that way. Nah, keep going, you dumb lizard. There you go. Yeah, get out of here. Good riddance.
So, not even 2 weeks after upgrading the hex bed, reinforcing it like Fort Knox, the cucumbers decided to die. Just straight up gave up on life. All that effort, the netting, the trellises, the upside down cone of genius engineering, and we didn't get a single cucumber. Not one. Just heartbreak and compost. Apparently, pests saw all my hard work and thought, oh cool, a buffet. So yeah, cucumber 0, bugs undefeated. On the bright side, I did manage to harvest about a dozen serrano peppers and turn them into some fire pickled taco toppings. So at least something spicy survived my emotional damage. Alright, ending this roller coaster episode with something new, we planted a dragon fruit, straight from Home Depot. Got it all set up with its fancy dragon fruit trellis, twist-tied it in place like we're training a baby alien to stand upright. Hopefully this one doesn't join the cucumber graveyard anytime soon. And look at that, the gravel seating area is officially done. Almost, I guess. Now we just need some new chairs, preferably before I end up sitting on a bucket again.